All right, I'm looking at another weekly Squaredle. This is number 158. If you're not familiar with Squaredle, it's like Wordle on a grid, guessing a row and a column at the same time. This 8 is how many guesses we have remaining. And a week or so ago, I started Wordle all week with words inspired by Seinfeld, and somebody asked me if I was going to do a Seinfeld Squaredle. And then somebody else actually suggested some more Seinfeld words. So I figured let's use those words for today's Squaredle. So we're going to start with angry. Okay, well, can't be too angry about all those clues. Frank. Okay. Shame. That's a shame. Actually, I got a green. Soupy, which is a little bit of a stretch, and trial. Oop, if I can spell correctly. Okay, well, we got a lot of clues. Now let's see what we can figure out from these. So there's an N. Yeah, there's an N in the second column in the second row, as well as the first row, the fourth row, the fourth column. So we can't rule too much out there. Oh, there's an A. Okay, there's an A in this third row. It's not second, third, or fifth, obviously. It could be AE, but I think it's most likely to be an A here. We do have an A in that fourth column, though. Let's see, what else can we do? We've got R. Is there anything we can do with R? There's not much we can do with R. The better clues, in some ways, the better clues are the ones where it's not 4 arrows because it tells you more, it limits it more. We do know the R isn't 4. Well, I guess the R isn't second, fourth, or fifth in this column. Could be third or first. That's about all we know. There's a lot of R's. There's no R in the last column. So this one can't be fourth or fifth up here, but there's a Y. It's probably at the end here. Probably at the end. Otherwise, it would have to be second here, and then second or third down here. It's probably a Y at the end there. Oh, the A down here. Look, the orange A, yellow, yellow. So it can't be second or third. Is it gonna be here? Yeah, because we have the white A here, so it's not at the end. So that's a definite A. Interesting. I mean, this could still be an A here. We could have 2 A's. That would be okay. I don't know much about the O. This could be an O, but G can be a couple, 3 different places in this column. R, do we know anything about R? Not really. Not much. Okay, so we don't have too much to go off of other than that. We've got a bunch of letters ruled out. There's no S or T or U or H or L. Those are all the good letters that are ruled out. What about I? What's going on with I? This could be an I. We have the yellow and the red. That would work. A, I, E, something like alike, but there's no L or K. Anime. Except the M can't be there. Actually, what is that gonna be? With all those letters ruled out. Abide would work. Abide is interesting. I like that. R then, in this column, if there's not an R third, then the R can't be fifth, it can't be fourth, this would have to be an R, which would work. With an O, robed or something, maybe? Does that work? What do we know about E? We don't know much about E. We know there's no E down here. This could be something like robed. And then we've got a G. Could we do ING? Oh, I don't know if I like this though. What if it's Robin and angry? which is crazy because didn't we do angry was our first word, wasn't it? Oh man. If that's one of the answers, and the word I started with but in the wrong place. That's frustrating, but that works out really well actually. The I-N-G, we've got I-N, we need an N, we need an M, so the M could be here. Something like drama? We need an R, yeah, R. Drama, dry something. We need drink, we can't do drink. I need an N though. And this needs an N. I was thinking something like icing, but then we need an N here. That's no good. Maybe icing isn't good. Okay, so there's lots of things we could do with the DR. We do need an N though. This can't be A or E or U. It could be an O. We could have owing. That would still put an N here. Need an A. Is Rowan a word? Rowan? We do need an A. I don't know. Is that a thing? I mean, I think it's a name. I don't know if it's a thing otherwise, but okay, let's go with that for now. We need an drown? Drown. Oh, no, NN is no good. Oh, that's a problem. So, if we're putting the N in the second row at the end, then the N up here needs to be like here, but drone, and then we could have another E. And I don't know. Nadir, I'm not sure what's going on over here yet. Enemy. Enemy and minim. Oh, actually. That actually kind of works. I'm not sure what Rowan is. But, because you could do Roman, but then that can't be an M, and that doesn't work with the column. I think it mostly works. I'm not confident that this is all right, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go the rows. Okay, this is the one I'm really not sure about. Oh, it's right. Okay, I don't know what that is. Abide, and then minim. Okay, and I'm not angry about finishing with 6 remaining. Although one of the words we started with was angry, just in the wrong place, which is, you know, a little frustrating, but you know, that's the way it goes. All right, well, some interesting words in there. Minim and nadir, I don't know how you pronounce that one. And Rowan. Is that a word I should know? Other than a name, of course. I know it's a name, like Rowan Atkinson, for example. But I don't know what it means other than as a name. But there you go. Ended with 6, not too bad today. So let me know how your solve of this weekly Squaredle went. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.